Now that we have user authentication and profiles working, let's bring all the pieces together to finish up the functionality for our app. The main feature we need is the ability to post new blats if you're logged in. We'll see that Django offers some easy and powerful tools to help us with this. Django provides some more generic views that will help us. The Create view will give us the ability to display a form for adding new records. We'll start by going to views.py and adding a new class called newBlatView, which derives from the Create view class. We need to add three properties: a model, which is a blat, the fields we want as part of the form, in this case text and via, and where to send people after success, in this case the list page. If we head over to our urls.py file, we add a new URL for create and use our new blat view. We'll name this URL newBlat. Before this will work, we need to create a form. If we copy our login form over to blat/blat_form.html, we can simply remove the hidden input and then change the action. In this case, the action can actually be empty quotes. That's all we need. If you visit Create in your browser, you'll see our form. If you try to create something, you'll get an error about the required field for created by being blank though. Back in views.py, we'll need to add a method called formValid, which accepts a parameter called form. Here we set form.instance.createdBy to self.request.user, then we call super. If we do this, it will set the createdBy property correctly. Now when we go to our add record, we'll have success. New blats can be created. Now if we edit the master template, we can add a link to the create form. A quick test shows that it works well. Now we want edit capabilities. We'll start by making the links. In the home.html, we put an if statement after via to check if blat.createdBy matches the current user. If so, we'll add an href there that links to the URL editBlat with pk=blat.id. If we head over to views.py, we'll add a new class called editBlatView that inherits from updateView. We need the same properties as the new BlatView class, and we don't need the formValid function since we won't be editing the createdBy property. Now visit urls.py and copy the URL from detailView, but we'll add the word edit to the end of the URL. We'll use the editBlatView as our view and then name it editBlat. Now when you browse the site while logged in, some of the blats have an edit link next to them. You can click edit to see the blat. We're not doing anything to prevent me from editing someone else's blat just by changing the URL. However, we can easily fix this. In our editBlatView, we can override getQuerySet just like we did in our myView class. We'll grab the query set and then add an additional filter to check the createdBy value. If I try to edit someone else's view, the query will return 0 results, which will cause a 404 error. If we do a quick test, we can see that this is the case. That completes the features of our blat app. We now know how to log users in, restrict access to some areas of the site to logged in users, and we've also added the ability for permitted users to add or edit a view. There's more that can be done. For example, just like we use the create and update views, there's also a delete view which works in the same way. Likewise, we didn't put the likes code into play, but there's nothing new to doing that beyond what is already covered. The next section will investigate performance. This is an area where the Django documentation doesn't have any tutorials to help you, and I've seen many app developers run into difficulties.